Naughty Dog's been doing some dumb stuff. One of those things is called Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet. And now the story coming out about this mess is the fact that they may be targeting Christianity. Earthworm Jim creator slams Neil Druckmann and his team for that.
Whatever.
Well, I'm going to slam them. They stole my haircut, man. They stole my haircut. They stole my look, and they put it on her. I am getting a lawyer. I am lawyering up. We will not have this. She cannot steal my look.
It's patented.
They should get you the jacket, though. I think you'd look cool in the jacket.
The jacket's pretty cool. you could dress like you're in the Thriller video, dude.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe not. But Naughty Dog's upcoming sci-fi game, Intergalactic: The Heretic Prophet, has raised some eyebrows for its seemingly deliberate focus on religion, particularly. And by the way, if you've read through this entire game, which I have,
you think you have?
I think I have.
You don't. We don't know if those leaks are real. Some random person posted them on 4chan. Why are we taking that as gospel?
Okay.
It's a good note. It's a good context to bring in.
I'm just sorry. I'm not in a mood to like do disingenuous criticisms here. I personally don't care about this because they made fun of Christianity. Guess what? Christianity makes fun of everybody else all the time. I see Christians being asked on Twitter. Oh well, cry about it and let's move on. Like what is the outrage here?
Well, they're putting about 400 million behind it, and they want everybody to buy it. So I don't know.
Okay, but we know we can go. Oh, they don't like Christianity. Okay, what are we gonna do with that? Just don't buy it. Like I don't have it in me to waste any more time on this kind of stuff when I can play good games, when I can do things I like.
Yeah. I will say, just on the aesthetic, I actually really like the Sony products in the trailer. This is me being the height of commercialist materialist here. The thing that I loved about the trailer was the stuff, like the CD rotation device. Man, why am I struggling here with the name of this? The chunkiness of the buttons and all of that. Like, so there's a little part of me that wants this game to be good and is a little disappointed at some of the lameness that they put in it. We did an analysis on this channel a while back, so I don't know. Let's talk about it. We'll be pop culture critics, Spencer.
Yeah, sure thing. And what I understand here is that this has a lot of criticism set 2,000 years in the future. I'm sure that's coincidental. Diverging from the history.
Coincidental to what? What are you implying there?
Did you see the clip of him talking about it?
No, I don't.
He says, the interviewer says to him, a religion that started 2,000 years earlier, and the interviewer says, "Oh, big coincidence." And Neil Druckmann waves his head, nods his head. It's from the interview itself.
Gotcha.
So.
Anyway, saying that this fictional faith has been bastardized over time, mirrors common narrative in the media where Christianity is unfairly framed as being outdated, hypocritical, or oppressive. The fact that the game's timelines in the 1980s, a decade often associated with the resurgence of Christian conservatism in the U.S., yada, yada, yada. So, regardless, there seems to be a pattern with Neil Druckmann in a lot of different things, and maybe in faith as well. So, Naughty Dog, obviously, no stranger to controversy and polarized games like The Last of Us 2, which I don't know. Did you enjoy Last of Us 2, Spencer?
Didn't play it because I knew it was from Naughty Dog, and I went, I don't like Naughty Dog games, so I went, I'm not engaging with it.
Okay, fair enough.
I just said the same thing, Spencer. Well,
yeah, you guys are almost verbatim.
Than I did.
Well, that's my thing. Is like I'm not gonna spend time. Okay, there's Last of Us 2. Yeah, I'll look at the news stories, but I'm not gonna make 400 videos or crap my pants when I just go, I don't like it. I'm not gonna do it. You know, they released a bunch of anime games at the same time that I went over and I played instead.
No, I understood.
And he's got a good point. I mean, I like like you guys were talking about the Uncharted games. I really like those. So I gave Last of Us a try. I liked the first Last of Us. If none of that had interested me, I wouldn't care about any. I wouldn't care about this game because you just don't. You go and get stuff from the people you do like.
So here's this tweet from Bounding into Comics. Spencer, you might be familiar with them.
Heard of them once or twice.
Yeah. Naughty Dog is proud to attack God. Intergalactic seeks to mock faith and replace God with the self. Full video below with Doug. I never know how to pronounce his name.
TenNapel. Yeah.
Let's call the whole thing. Anyways, potato. I knew the Naughty Dog and Insomniac guys when the company started, and they were solid gamers, not secularists. Okay, this is where you lose me a little bit. Secularist pseudo philosophers taking passive aggressive.
Go huff some more farts, TenNapel.
Okay. As administrators and human resources grow in companies, they all merge to the left. I actually do think the second statement there is very correct. Human resources is a profession that lends itself towards emotional safety, whether for good or for bad.
Activism
does end up to the left.
Yeah, very extremely to the left. But look, it's interesting that Bounding into Comics comments on the way that they did on this. And again, you can certainly watch the video clip
because
there.
Two people can have different opinions, Culture.
It's true.
You're right. You're right. The phenomenon was aptly described by Doug TenNapel, avowed Christian and the creator of Earthworm Jim. I knew the Naughty Dog. Yeah, of course, we already read this, but conservative people of faith don't need to create a parallel market. We need to create a viable market where games are rooted in merit of gameplay, not philosophy of the owners or the cinematics leaked on at the end, or tacked on at the end. I have to tell you, we have a lot of games that have merit in the marketplace, and people are picking them up and playing them instead of a lot of AAA and supposedly quadruple A games. So the point he's making on that is not wrong. You can make a lot of games that are not rooted in faiths, but are available to all faiths. And I think that before Ubisoft went down the wrong path, they started on the right one with Assassin's Creed. You had a team of people from various backgrounds and religions working on a game that was going to span all of those things. So knowingly, they put that together rather effectively. But if you can make
games that don't criticize Christianity, you can make games that criticize Christianity. We cannot like, or you guys cannot like it, but that doesn't mean like it shouldn't be made or they're inherently bad people for making that game.
Yeah, I think my point was greater than that, though, to say that you can make things that don't slam on Islam or other things. That's why I was using Assassin.
But you can also make things that do like that. There's no argument here. You can make things that do that. Absolutely. But I can also make things that do this.
Well,
Here's a good example is Assassin's Creed, and we'll go to the Italian side of Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
So,
Ezio Auditore di Firenze.
In the age of the Borgias, there's no way to tell that story without involving some Christian elements.
Yeah,
and specifically being critical of the Borgias. There's
Catholics.
Right, but at the same time, I don't know. Maybe there are some Catholics out there that are offended on behalf of the Borgias.
Of course, there are.
Online.
We know who they are.
Yeah. I think history has borne out that most people are not pro-Borgia when it comes down to it. And I would say that I'm really going to go out on a limb here and say I think the portrayal is actually pretty accurate in that one. But that being said, when the Assassin's Creed games talk about religion and really talk about religion and like they replace the creation with, they say that Adam and Eve were aliens or something. Oh, no. Adam and Eve were the first humans created by aliens. That's the
progenitors.
Kind of
the progenitors.
Right. That's the kind of thing where we all just kind of roll our eyes, as opposed to being beaten over the head with.
I'm playing a game, Jonas. So I mean,
but you're also talking about the biggest religion in the world. Okay, there's going to be people that make games that include it. There's going to be movies that have it in it. There's going to be movies that have nothing about it in it, and there's going to be movies and games that hate it because it's the biggest.
And in America, guys, like I see this argument raised all the time of, why don't people criticize Islam? Why don't they criticize Judaism or Shinto or whatever? Because we're in the West and Christianity is the dominant religion. So we get more interaction with Christian values and Christian people that make us want to have, or not make us want to, but bear out more things for us to talk about. Like, it's just the reality of where we live.
Right. It's also a little played out at the same time. It gets a little lame after a while.
I'm not arguing that at all.
I'm having the conversation. I'm not rebutting you.
I know. Here. I'm adding with you. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not saying that at all.
So here's the thing. Pull up his face on the screen here. What I'm not interested in, and what disappoints me, is it just solidifies that I'm not going to be interested in any of the dialogue of this game. Maybe the gameplay is great, maybe, but I'm really not interested in the eye roll moments of hearing this guy's takes on Christianity, and also the fact that they get so obvious with it that it's like, well, that's not an allegory. That's just a really ham-fisted metaphor. It's supposed to be, oh, aren't you so angry at what I've done to mock your God? No, generally, no, I'm not offended. I'm just more offended at how much money you're wasting on a point that's really not going to land except with stupid people.
Well, look, and what I find interesting here, and I think that Spencer, follow me on this. He looks like he's working at like a death parlor, like he's an undertaker in this shot. Didn't that look like a coffin behind him with like some flowers?
Kind of looks like the guy who tries to go after Jack Sparrow in all the Pirates of the Caribbean sequels.
We have the new 2000 turbo casket right here, ladies and gentlemen.
I think it's some weird flowers in the background.
It just struck me. I'm like, wow, he's in a funeral parlor. He's kind of a funeral director, if you think about it. Since he's taken over fully for that studio, he's kind of killed a lot of things.